Hey, what's up, guys? Alan here. So, I did the Emerald Cup this weekend. I know I haven't been posting a lot and doing a lot of social media stuff. Been really busy with the training and the whole show thing. It takes a lot of time and working and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I want to go through kind of what I did and what I'm going to change next time and what my goals and plans are for the future. So, there's a lot to this whole bodybuilding thing, as you guys know. But I'm going to fill you in kind of about how I load up, carb up before a show, and how I did it this time, and what I'm going to do differently next time. So, anyway, basically, you know, there's lean out, fill out, dry out. That's the phases that you're doing before a show. Lean out, dry out, or lean out, whatever I said before. Anyway. So, once I was done with leaning out, the lean out phase was done on Wednesday of last week. So my last cardio session was Wednesday morning. From that point on, I ate every 2 hours for the next 2 days, all the way until Friday at 1 o'clock. So what I ate was pasta, 2 cups of pasta. And I kept my sodium down so that I don't hold water during that time. So low sodium, I maybe had about 1 gram of sodium a day, if that. So what I did with my noodles is I just got some red sauce, you know, spaghetti sauce, low sodium, put that on my noodles, and that's what I ate. Not much for protein, because you're not fixing muscles at that point. All you're doing is filling the muscles. So that's what I was doing with that. So I actually got in trouble for using protein. But anyway, So yeah, what I did, and also what I did Tuesday evening was, well, this whole last week I had some night cardio also along with my stuff. And the reason being is, and I cut out a couple cups of rice Tuesday night. So I wanted to burn out all the rest of the glycogen in my muscles. All of it gone. So, as you know, you feel like complete poop then. So that's where I was at. But the goal behind that is to get rid of all the glycogen in your muscles. Now you can actually store more glycogen by doing that. So that's what the whole kind of theme is behind it. So I burn out all the glycogen. Now Wednesday morning, boom, I hit the carbs. Now I'm filling out. With me, it takes a couple days to fill out. I got to eat a lot of food. I mean, I could calculate it, but I was probably upwards of, I don't know, 2,000 grams of carbs a day. So what I ate was, I ate the noodles, also ate the 2 cups of rice, so each one of my meal every 2 hours was either noodles, rice. I ate rice cakes in between. I had a couple sweet things like some brownies, some cookies in between. My Wednesday morning oatmeal was sugary oatmeal, which, you know, it sounded good and it tasted good at first, but God, you know, sugar, I guess when you're dieting like that, and you finally eat what your brain says you need to eat, you eat it and you realize that, wow, this is not what I thought it was. So anyway, it wasn't as pleasurable as I thought, which I already know the answer to that, because not the first time I've been through this. But anyway, so I ate the pasta and waffles. I had, let's see, on Wednesday and Thursday I had 3 different waffle sessions, because I like waffles, and it consisted of 5 waffles with syrup. So now when I say eat every 2 hours, I ate all day long and all night long. I set an alarm, I got up, and I ate my food all day, all night. So it sounds pleasurable when you've been dieting for so long, but let's face it, you get sick of food. I didn't get much sleep. I mean, from Wednesday to Saturday, I maybe had, I don't know, maybe 10 hours of total sleep, literally, because of that. So anyway, come Thursday or Friday, now, water. So Thursday and Thursday, all I had was a half a gallon of grape juice on Wednesday and a half a gallon of grape juice on Thursday. That's all my liquids. So that's just for the extra carbs, the potassium, and that's basically the purpose of that. So, you know, because I got to dry out too, but I got to have enough fluid in there, enough water in there to get the carbs to the muscles to, you know, fill up the muscles, the glycogen. So that's the point of that. Now come Friday, no water all day long. I don't even think I had a cup of coffee, so I'm really dehydrated. Stopped eating at 1 o'clock. At that point, I went and did my tanning at 4:40, and then I checked in Thursday evening, because it made sense instead of Friday. But anyway, I checked into the show. Friday evening comes around 10 o'clock. Took a diuretic to get out all the rest of the water. At that point, I weighed 216.4. At that point, that's me filling up for the last 2 days, which I got pretty full, and you can feel it because when you're walking around, your muscles just feel heavy. You feel like you got weight on you. It's something you can't really not notice. Anyway, so that's going on. Take my diuretic, 216.4. Woke up, well, didn't wake up, but got up that morning at 6 o'clock, peeing all night long. I weighed 206.7, so that was all water. So as you can imagine, I was like the Sahara Desert. So I go do that. I go to my show, do prejudging at 9 o'clock. I was actually about, somewhere around 5th. Masters comes up, does the IFB Pros first, women's bodybuilding, and then Masters 70s, 60s, 50s, and then I'm up 40s. Did that. Prejudging went great. I couldn't see anything I could have done differently. I nailed it this time. So then at that point, after prejudging, leave. I'm really, really tired, dehydrated. All I can think about is water, so I'm going back to the motel room so I can try to sleep for 2 hours. So that's what I did. Went back to the motel room, sent the family out, have some fun. And then I went back to the show at 3 o'clock. Finals was at 5. That's where I do my posing routine and get the results of the contest. So what I ended up getting was 3rd at the Emerald Cup. So I'm happy with that placing. There's some stuff I don't understand about it, but that's beside the point. It's nothing to really talk about here, but I am happy with 3rd. I mean, it's the biggest show in the state of Washington. I'm pretty sure it's the biggest regional show in the United States too, so that's pretty good. 3rd, I can handle that. So that's what I got. You guys will see some pictures of the show. I haven't got them in, but I get professional pictures always taken. Haven't gotten them yet. You guys can look at them and see who you think got what in placing. So now it's over with. Now I go back to phase 1 diet. I had one kind of screw off day, which was Sunday. Ate about four plates of food at the buffet. I ate all day long. And the next day, I'm still eating, but now I'm on phase 1 diet. So phase 1 is just my basic bulk diet. I think I've talked about that with you guys today or before. So that's where I'm at now. So my plans. Things I would change and do differently. So, what was it, Sunday? Me and the family went out and we went out driving around in the mountains, and I see a cool creek and a bunch of rocks. I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity to do some poses and get some pictures. So I did. I'm completely filled. I mean, my muscles are totally full. Feeling great, looking great. Go up there, take pictures, and wow, what do I look at? I look better than I did on stage again. So that's with water and all that kind of stuff. My point of saying this is, although I did very well at the show, but what I would have done differently is Friday, I would eat just like normal, Friday at 1, just like normal. And then after check-in, Friday evening, I have a big meal, like talking my normal cheat meals, pancakes, waffles, eggs, toast and biscuits and gravy and all that kind of stuff. And because I metabolize food really quick, so I know damn well that the next morning I would wake up empty. And you got to be empty on stage. You got to have a thin gut on stage. So as a bodybuilder, we have big guts. That's just the way it is. So you might have an 8-pack, but your gut's big. So you got to empty out that gut. That's the most important thing. Instead, I nibbled all day long on rice cakes and what have you, starving all Friday night. So I would have had a big meal. Then I would have did the diuretic, get the water out, and then the next morning, all I would have done was add salt. When you're really dehydrated like that, you got to add salt the next day in the morning. And noon tabs too. That's another one I didn't say. So when I take the diuretic, what I do is I drink 1 noon tab and about an ounce of water. So I'll take that noon tab and then take my diuretic. And next morning about 5 or 6, I'm gonna take another noon tab just to get the electrolytes in there. So now that we're there, you're gonna realize that, oh man, your vascularity ain't there. Well, because your blood pressure is low because you took a diuretic and you got no water in you. So you gotta hit the salt. So when you hit that salt, boom, everything pops out. The veins are popping out, muscles are popping, everything's looking great. And that's where you need to be. So did all that, of course. Everything was fine. I wasn't cramping on stage because you don't want to cramp on stage. And you know, when you get dehydrated, you run the risk of cramping, and that's bad news. So all that worked perfectly. Friday after prejudging, I was allowed to have a meal and have a cup of coffee. So I had a cup of coffee, and I had instead of having a good meal, I had strawberries and a bunch of fruit. My mind was telling me you're dehydrated, you know, you need to wet your mouth, and so that's what I was after. And it was a quick, you know, a quick carb, so it's gonna go in and out. And, you know, if I would have done differently, I would have had that big meal Friday evening, and Saturday morning after prejudging, another somewhat big meal, so that by 5 o'clock I'm full. Because I feel like when it came to finals, I wasn't completely full. I could have been fuller, but I'm already dehydrated, so nothing's gonna get in there anyway. So those 2 meals would be things that I would change, and that's what's gonna happen next show. So, you know, as far as the carving up, you know, I usually do it pretty clean. I'll have some junk in there, but I think with my body, I just need to have more junk, honestly. Which is, believe it or not, it's hard to eat when you're used to dieting and eating really healthy food. It's not pleasurable. But we're doing this for purpose. I'm doing this to win, or potentially win, you know, so there's a purpose behind it, and that's just it. So you do what you gotta, because that's the way it is. So anyway, like I said, I'm pretty happy with my standings there. I started thinking about what I'm gonna do next. So, as I've said before, I was planning on doing Pittsburgh to try to compete for my pro card, which would be this July. So, since I didn't pull first, here's my plan. I also thought maybe I'll do the Northwest again or whatever. And so, my thought is this: I did 2 shows last year. It takes so much out of you. There's not much time to grow and to recover. So, what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to do Emerald Cup next year. So I got a whole year to recover, got a whole year to get bigger, got a whole year to prepare, and I got a whole year to make money working. So this takes a lot of time out of work too, so hence not as much money. And you know, you can struggle that way. So anyway, so that's my goal. So Emerald Cup next year, if I get first in Emerald Cup, then I'll go to Pittsburgh and compete for my pro card, because it's just right in July. So I'll just basically go back to phase 1 diet for a couple of weeks, go back, and then go back to prep. And that's how I do that. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what's going on now. Because I'm gonna have this whole year, I'm also going to make sure that I do a lot more with the YouTube and documenting everything I do and answering questions and helping people out and stuff. As I said, I just have, you know, prep is hard. It's this is the hardest prep I've done so far. I mean, there's some days I wake up and I don't know how I got out of bed. I don't know, especially know how I got out of bed to go do an hour on the stair stepper. You know, I didn't deviate at all on anything. There was a couple times I had a cookie or something like that. I cheated. Mostly that only happened when my blood sugar was so low that I had to. This is getting hypoglycemic, especially towards the end. But once you hit that low body percent, fat body percent, man, you feel horrible. And that really hit me. It hit me about 6 weeks from the show, but really 2 weeks from the show. That's where it got really bad. Like, I had nothing to give, and so you got to live like that for a while. Thank you for my family for supporting me through it, my friends, because I'm probably not the nicest person to be around. I probably don't look too friendly either. But everybody knew what I was doing, and kind of, you know, that's just the way it is. So it's something to be prepared for. You want to compete, you got to go that extra mile. You got to do what's uncomfortable. Period. Because it's if you want to do well. I mean, there's no more comfort zone for you guys. So, but you know, if you want something bad enough, The only way to get it is to work hard. Anyway, okay, so yeah, you guys got any questions about it? I'm gonna be around now, so I will make sure that I post more and do more stuff on here and help you guys out. Just kind of let you know what I'm doing and stuff. But thanks for being there. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.